And so Chuck's a lot. I would like for you to finish that thought. You're saying you're thinking really far ahead, and but the temptation is not to finish the process. What do you mean by that?
Well, actually, well, just I find that I could have made a better choice for first product, but I should probably honor the process, go all the way through it to learn, because I am learning quite a bit. Um, but I'm tempted to go off into second and third products.
Yeah. Well, when you say finish the process, what are the things that are the roadblocks for you that you haven't finished?
Well, I haven't finished setting up the email sequences, to get the reviews. I haven't done that. I've got one out there. The second one with the fax, I still have to set up. I haven't really done all the promotional or any of the promotional stuff yet, so that's would be a very valuable learning experience for me. It's just hard to get the passion going when I think there's something better out there.
Well, welcome to the world of entrepreneurship. There's always something better. There's always something different. There's always something going on. I mean, I have to keep myself from coming up with a new business idea every time I talk to Sean. I mean, there's a new product or a new idea or a whole new business. At one point, I'm like, hey, Sean, do you want to run all my companies so I can just sit here and tell you all the businesses we should do? So yeah, welcome to the club, Sir Chocolate. Anything that we can help with as far as narrowing your focus or making it easy for you to finish that process?
Just holding me accountable. Roast me a bit in Vegas.
Okay. Oh, okay. I can't roast you. I want you to follow me around and commentate my life. Remember, we have a deal here.
Well, you got a good start with the hat. That's good.
Thank you. This is my I'm going to Canada today hat. I'm going to Vancouver for a few days. So this is my Canadian hat.
Oui.
It's Vancouver, not Quebec, but same country. All right, so who's up? Who wants to give us an update on what's going on? I'd like to hear from Ken, actually.
Yeah, so this week's been quite good, actually. I did a real small mini launch of Joe's promotion strategy, where I just budgeted my Facebook post minimal. 'Cause my goal was to give 5 units away each day for the entire week. My opt-ins, I probably got between 6 or 7 opt-ins per day, but not every opt-in converted to a giveaway of a product. But either way, I was happy. My main goal was just to give Amazon 5 sales every single day for the week, and I managed to do that organically anyway without the giveaway. So
really,
I'm happy either way. I've actually been averaging about between 8 and 10 sales per day, and out of that, I think only 1 or 2 of them have been giveaways. So,
Ken, that's fantastic. That is a huge difference from where you were 2 weeks ago.
Yes, so I'm pretty excited from where I
Yeah, well, I'd say congratulations, man. That's fantastic. Where are those sales coming from? Are they coming organically? Are they coming from PPC?
Unfortunately, I'm very horrible at tracking that stuff, and Amazon doesn't help, so I'm really not sure. I kind of have 2 main keywords that I have to target, and I'm sitting mid to top page 3 for both of those, so they very well could just be coming through Amazon. My idea for this week is to stop everything, because I've had a couple Facebook ads, 1 Twitter ad. Stop doing that for this week and just see where we go for a couple days, just so that I can gauge and know if they are just coming straight from Amazon or from somewhere else.
Dude, that is fan-freaking-tastic. So this is a perfect example of 2 weeks ago you were sitting in kind of analysis paralysis. Like you're trying to eat your whole elephant in one bite, and we knocked it down to you for 1 week of just please do this, and 2 weeks later 10 sales a day, depending on your margins, can be a full-time business.
Right.
You know, it is in yoga, it is in a lot of supplements. Even if it's at $10 in profit per day, you know, my goal getting into an internet business when I started at age 18 was I hope one day I can make $100 a day. So 10 sales a day, 2 weeks later, is a full-time business for some people. I forgot, Sean, that was your first goal.
Yep.
Maybe one day we'll be at 10 sales a day.
Maybe 7 days later.
7 days later, we were there. So Ken, that's fantastic. That's something to be excited about. Tell us about your reviews.
Right now, I had 7. And like I said, the only thing I'm doing to push to try to get more reviews is the email tool in ASM. I'd like to get somebody to make some phone calls. I don't know that I have enough business to give a VA.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking of posting an ad or a post in the tribe, maybe in the full ASM Facebook community, see if anyone out there is in the same stage and wants to share a VA. Maybe we'll share the cost on it, and together we'll have enough work to give somebody to do that. So that's kind of where my goal is now.
That's a great idea.
And along with trying to get some more product in. At this stage, I think I'll be out of, like I said, I did about 50 units this week. If things keep going, I'm looking at probably, my guess is 75 units next week and probably the week after. So in about a couple weeks, I might be out of inventory. I've emailed my supplier, but I haven't heard back for some reason yet. So I'm hoping they're just lacking so I'm hoping to hear back from them at the beginning of the week. If not, then I may need to source a whole new supplier, which
Okay.
kind of suck.
Well, I'd say you're in a really good spot, Ken. So congratulations, dude.
Thank you.
I'm really excited for you. Of course, I say this every week to people, but your only goal right now is getting reviews. If you're at 7, get 18 more, and then you can think about other things. So when you're at that 25 review mark, and you have those systems in place, that's your only job right now, is getting those reviews.
Yeah, I have, with the Facebook, with the $1 launch giveaway, I had about 10 sales on that, so my plan is to aggressively follow up with those people to get reviews. Because even on the opt-in page where they click to get the coupon, I put a disclaimer under there stating that they will be required to give me a review for using the coupon. So I'm going to use that as my energy. If I don't receive a review, I'm going to email them and remind them that they already agreed to it.
Yep.
So.
I mean, you still won't get 100% success rate.
Right.
But yeah, do be aggressive with that. If you be as aggressive as you feel comfortable being with that follow-up process. Cool. Anything else, Ken?
No, that's about it.
Cool. I want to hear. We never do this. I want to hear an update from our neighborhood friendly Sean Coyne.
An update?
Yes.
All right, so some cool stuff that we've got going on. I've been getting our yoga mats on some different retailers other than Amazon. So we're on Sears, Newegg, eBay, Rakuten, something else that I can't remember. Maybe that was it. No, I guess it was it. We also had a totally random. I had been messaging yoga Facebook groups asking if they wanted to review our mat, and one of them came back and said sure, and they just happened to live like a couple miles away from me, and they're actually starting a yoga studio. So if they enjoy the mat, they said they might be interested in selling it at retail. I mean, they'd still be small, but that's something pretty cool. Let's see, we also got something, maybe this is just my major geekdom coming out. We had a tweet from the director of SEO at Salesforce.com who bought one of our mats, and he was really happy with the customer service call that he received, which is pretty cool. If you're not sure what Salesforce.com is, they make like all kinds of like web apps for banks and huge companies like who has them? Whole Foods uses Salesforce.com. The bank that I use uses them, so they're a pretty big deal. So I thought that was pretty cool. Right now we are waiting for our blocks, our towels, and our mats to get here from China. So that's kind of annoying, just having to sit and wait.
So
We're steadily selling pretty much the lowest amount we can to not sell out. So we should be getting our inventory limit raised very soon, which will make this easier in the future. That's pretty much everything.
what I want to add to that? There's something else. We haven't seen much response from the other channels, which is interesting. But we haven't put a lot of emphasis there.
We put zero emphasis there.
Yeah, because they don't have the ranking system that Amazon does. People don't go to Sears.com and search yoga mats very often.
Right. I think once we get more inventory that we can, kind of give 5 away per each site, we can give 5 away for 5 reviews on Newegg, and then we'll have the most reviews for a yoga mat on Newegg because there's only like 4 of them. So we do the same for Sears. Actually has quite a bit of yoga mats on there. So does Rackaton. But we can probably kind of work the system the same way, give some free mats away, get some good reviews, and kind of move up in the search results. Because I'm sure there's some sort of logic as to how they show results. We'll just have to figure out what that is.
You know what's interesting about the SEO specialist from Salesforce tweeting about our customer service call is there's kind of this question that often comes up when we talk about calling our customers, which is, don't customers get annoyed when you call them? And the answer is yes. Sometimes customers do get annoyed when you call them. But just as many people say, I can't believe someone actually called me to make sure that I'm happy. So, I mean, this happens in all my businesses. About half of the responses are, how dare you call me? And half of them are, I can't believe someone actually picked up the phone and called me. And look, you're always going to have negative sayers in business. Always. Always, always, always. I don't know if you guys saw, but on my most recent income report on freedomfastlane.com, Sir Chuck-a-Lot is laughing.
That was classy.
Well, thank you. Someone actually posted, please take your money and go drown off the Pacific coast. And if you're ever bored and you would like to see how I responded to that, it's I'm quite proud of what I did.
You have fun.
I would encourage you to read it for some entertainment. But you're gonna have, like, I don't even sell anything anymore, and I still get negative stuff of some idiot on the internet. So I say it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission in customer service. Do things that would blow them away. Some people are still going to hate you. Who cares? That is theirs to deal with. That is their anger to deal with, not yours. And if the first question is, I'm just making sure you got your order, then you're completely within the terms of service of Amazon, and everything's okay. Sean, what are you giggling about over there?
I'm reading your response.
Oh, okay. Got it. Let's hear from neighbor Joe. Joe, how's your momentum?
Pretty awesome. I think last we spoke, I was doing like 20 sales a day. That's doubled to about 40. If I maintain, I don't mind talking numbers, so I'll talk numbers. If I maintain my position and maintain my price, both of which I don't intend on doing, I intend on raising my price. I'm on track to do plus or minus 1,000, about 13,000 in revenue on like 40 to 45% margins. So I'm in a pretty good space. Conversion rate is pretty good. I want to get it up. It's about 17.5% lately, but just cranking along.
Dude, that's fantastic. Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
That is really exciting. Now, what do you think has attributed to the doubling in the last 10 days or whatever it is?
Position. I'm at 6 for my primary keyword right now. I was previously at 8. I jumped over 2 other dudes And I kind of look at it just like Google SERPs. Like everything is concentrated in the top few listings. So I imagine if I jump up another spot, it's probably going to increase another 50%, 2 spots, maybe 100%, something like that.
And what about your reviews? I know you've had a pretty good percentage of converting the people who took giveaways into reviews. What's that process been like?
Cake, honestly. I haven't even implemented phone stuff just yet. I did sign up for the ASM system last month with the intention of spying what they do for a month and then going out on my own. Haven't even gotten it set up yet. Just haven't had the time. I'm up to 76 reviews. A little bit less this time around for the launch that I did last week. I'm guessing about a 5% conversion from buyers to reviewer the last time around.
Say that number again.
About 5% compared to about 7 to 8% last time for the first one.
Oh, total, or from the giveaway?
For the giveaway, like the first launch, about 7 to 8% of those who I gave away $1 units to went on to place a review. Last week when I did the second launch, about 5%.
Okay. But you would attribute the massive jump in ranking pretty much to the big sales push that you did, wouldn't you?
I would, yes, definitely. It's kind of hard to pin because reviews came in so quickly, seller feedback came in so quickly. I did make some tweaks to the page description, my main image and such. But my money would be on going from page 13 to 1 in exactly a month. I think I launched a month ago today, actually. I would definitely say it was spiking BSR nice and high and topping charts and such.
I think this theory is true. I have studied everything that I know how to study as far as what makes the most impact in the Amazon rankings. Is it reviews? Is it conversions? What is it? And I don't think it's reviews. I think the reason that reviews impact ranking is because they impact sales. And seller feedback, I do think, plays a role, because I think it's kind of like a domain. It's like an authoritative domain. But I think conversion rate and sales are really the most important thing when it comes to ranking. So you're right. If you can spike that BSR, I often see it's almost like a correction. Like if you rank number 2 in your category for a while, it's like the market starts to correct and bring you up closer to second ranking for keywords too. Whereas if you drop, it'll correct that too, and you'll drop. So I do think sales and overall conversion rate are the biggest impactors.
Yeah. I just need to get conversion rate up. I'll be more comfortable if I'm steadily above 20%. I mean, 18 is decent, but I want to get to 20.
Anything above 15 is good.
Okay.
Anything over 20, you're doing something very well.
Would you consider like 12%, like 11, 12% to be? Where does that fall? Considering I only have 7 reviews, I mean.
For a new listing and or somebody who's not following our process, who's not an ASMer, that's okay. That's acceptable. Once you have 20 reviews or more, and you're really pushing things, it should be 15 or higher.
Okay.
If not, you need to test some images or headlines or something.
Yeah, because that's what I'm trying. Right now, I don't know if I want to update anything on the listing, or just wait out and see once I get more reviews how that conversion goes. So that's kind of where I was.
If you have a headline that is better than what you've got, by all means. I mean, I kind of subscribe to the idea of constantly improving.
Mm-hmm.
And so if I think I can make better images than what's there, but I don't know for sure based on the data, I'll still do it. But that's me. Some people say that's heresy. And if I think I can write better bullets than what's there, I'll just do it. Where other people say, you can't do it without data. But my brain doesn't work in data. I'm left-handed, I'm right-brained, I think in creatives. So my brain works differently than the data people. So I say if you can constantly improve your listing, just go ahead and make those changes if you think it's better.
Okay.
For anybody who's watching this on a recording, something that's data-minded and think that's heresy, I don't disagree with you. My brain just works differently. Joe, anything that we can do to support you? Are you thinking about a second product? Are you like what can we do to help you kind of get to the level that you want to be?
I'm thinking that probably at the end of the month I'm going to start looking at other opportunities in this niche because I do have a list of 1,000. I have a deals club of like 150 or so.
Okay.
So I think that's an easy way to expand without having to spend money on Facebook ads right off the bat.
Yeah.
But beyond that, my focus right now I think is going to be conversion rate and just kind of solidifying my spot in the top 6 because right now it's 2 longer-term ASMers. I think they're ASM2, and 3 big brands, one of which I'm having some trouble jumping over, but I'm sure that'll come in time.
Yeah. I'd say you are starting to slip out of phase 1 and into phase 2. So you kind of make that decision of when you want to kind of slip over. Stage 2 would be rolling out a second product and developing some sort of a list, which you sort of started to do with like your VIP deals club.
Yeah.
But are you collecting the information of your existing buyers in any way?
How so? What do you mean? Pulling from Seller Central, or?
No, you have an insert that gets their email address or something that sends them to a squeeze page?
No, not yet, actually. Very minimum packaging. That's the next thing I intend on doing. I want to put a little card or something. Go to our site to for deals or for your bonus or something along those lines.
Yep, that would be like stage 2 stuff, is getting their contact information and rolling out multiple different products. Okay. And the 2 go hand in hand. The second product is always way easier than the first because you have some systems in place. You have your suppliers and you have a customer base. The inserts that I've seen work well, try our next product free, or join our VIP deals club, or get a bonus. Those are the 3 that I've seen work really well.
Okay.
We've tried quite a few, and those are the ones that have done best.
All right, sounds good.
And spend the money on getting a designer to do it. Makes a big difference.
Yeah. I'm already I'm getting a proper design done on my packaging. I had made it by hand. It doesn't look bad, but definitely need something a little more high end as I move on and gain rank.
Yeah, cool. I definitely think you're starting to get in the spot where you can think about a second product too. Yeah. I very rarely tell that to people before even the live event. But if you're at 40 a day, you're getting close. It's really exciting, dude. I'm really excited for you.
You and me both, man.
That's cool.
Roll out more brands and scale. Got a long way to go to my goal.
What's your goal?
My goal: 7 figures revenue per month.
7 figures in revenue per month?
Yes. Yeah.
Good man. Nice work. I'm curious, what were your businesses before this?
For about 5 years, I have done over that time affiliate marketing and full-time, mind you. Affiliate marketing, some e-products, internet-based information products, non-marketing stuff. A little bit of consulting, a little bit of coaching. little bit of everything. I had an e-commerce site that I sold a couple years ago, so I have some e-com experience.
Okay. So we have pretty similar backgrounds where you had a lot of different sources of income, but this one is not profit-wise, but like potential-wise trumping all of the other ones combined.
Oh yeah, no, definitely, dude. That's one of the things that attracted me to this business model. Is this seems much longer term. You know this, much longer term than anything I had done before. Affiliate, you wake up tomorrow morning, your business is dead. Information product next month, your business is dead. E-commerce, Google runs out a new algorithm update, and that's it. So this one I like.
This one that can still happen on Amazon. It's far less frequent, and it's if you're not doing supplements, it's very rare. When you're dealing
that's the next brand.
Well, I've got lots of insight there on cheaters and all kinds of stuff there. But yeah, that's a lot less frequent of you waking up and it's just gone. Yeah, I tell people there's a much longer curve to getting profitable. There's about a 1-year window. Like in my men's health brand, we were in business for a year before I ever took a dime from it. And we were doing 70, 80,000 a month in sales. It wasn't until we were over 100 that we started paying ourselves. Now there were couple of reasons for that. One, because as Joe has demonstrated so beautifully, the more that you can invest up front, the faster that you get to profitability. So we just kept pumping it back in and back in and back in. And the second reason was because we wanted to have at least 50. We ended up going with $100,000 in a slush fund in the business before we paid ourselves. So there's a long curve to actually getting money out. But most people aren't willing to stick it out into that point where it's profitable. In a business like this, most people will quit 3-6 months in. So if you stick it out and you build that business, you're around for a long time because there is a barrier to entry. The reason why Sean and I have no problem talking about our yoga business is if somebody thinks that they can stick out all of the roadblocks that have existed and all the headaches and all of the delays in our space, God bless them. We welcome the competition because we don't think it's going to happen because the barriers to entry are high. So if you guys can stick it out for that time period, your competition's very low and very poor. Anthony Lee is in the driver's seat. More ways than one.
I am, in fact.
What's going on?
I'm still in limbo. My product is finally done being manufactured, and it will be picked up and put on a boat on its way to California on the 13th of July. So,
cool. Anything we can be supporting you in the meantime that'll allow you to get moving faster when that stuff arrives?
I don't really have anything to request at this time because I'll be perfectly honest with you. I've just been taking notes and setting myself up to do exactly what Master Joe did as soon as the product gets here. So that guy's already pretty much contributed largely to my strategy.
Cool.
Thanks again, Joe.
My pleasure, man. My pleasure.
Master Joe. Well, yeah, I was going to say, Anthony, the one thing that you need to be thinking about right now is what can you be doing when that stuff arrives so that you're making sales from day one. Again, when Sean and I first started, we just set up the Facebook page. What can we do to get stuff rolling right away? Joe did the email blasts, and that's what he's talked about. So what? Just be thinking about that. What can you be doing to make sales from day one?
Absolutely.
Cool. Cool. Greg, if I'm correct, you're probably still in limbo as well.
We're moving. The product's gonna ship. It may be on the same boat
It's either the 12th or 13th, and they're estimating about 30 to 37 days to get it here. In the meantime, instead of going with DHL, we found another freight forwarder and have built a relationship up. We're going to go visit their facility here in a week and a half, and it ends up, instead of $1,450 in shipping, it's going to be around $1,350. So maybe $100 doesn't seem big in the grand scale, but if we're going to repeat the business over and over, that can add up to be a heck of a lot of money. So we feel good about that. And I did have a question. The mention, and this is probably more for you, Joe, the mention of a super URL in your sales funnel process. Is that just going back to Amazon for like your specific product keyword, and then they're picking the product off of that list, like they just searched Amazon?
Yeah, you just you search. Go to the front page of Amazon, search for whatever your keyword is, find your listing where it is, whatever page. Don't go into your listing. Just right-click the and copy the URL of whatever your listing is, and use that. Alternatively, there's something by what is it, Seller Labs? Sean, I think you had mentioned that before. They'll just regenerate, they'll kind of like fake a search
Okay.
for you.
That's where, yep, that helps. I just had a little gap there.
I just posted an example of a super URL in the chat box.
Okay, I see it.
If you were to search for ZenActive, see how it says keywords equals ZenActive?
Yep.
That just lets them know that they found our listing as a result of searching for ZenActive.
Okay, so that's kind of what we're doing in the meantime, is we're building up this whole process of creating a Facebook page and creating a URL to redirect people to a squeeze page and all that kind of info. So that'll work out.
Cool. Anything we can be helpful with while you're waiting?
The only other question I would have is, we're ready, willing, and able to put some money into Facebook advertising to get some leads. Is the strategy that after you get enough people to go over and acquire your product and leave 15 reviews that you transition from Facebook and then put your dollars into Amazon ads?
I don't quite understand your question. Would you say it for me one more time?
So you can invest in Facebook to initially get some traffic and build a list. At some point, you had mentioned that after you get 15 or 20 reviews on Amazon, to go ahead and start beefing up the Amazon traffic.
Yes.
So is that where you kind of transition off of investing into Facebook and then putting your investments into Amazon?
I can't speak for Joe, but he can speak for himself. Sean and I had never put in money into like a launch advertisement after launch or continued to do giveaways after launch. We've just put that money into Amazon PPC. Have you done it differently, or have you done it the same way?
I ran ads from day one. I still run them. I don't track them. I don't track if they're converted. They are.
Amazon ads, you mean?
Yeah. I do that specifically only to get traffic. That's it. I mean, I think my CPCs are like through the roof. They're like $1.50 or something. I'm probably losing money, but I only wind up spending like $20 a day.
What Greg's asking though is you don't continue to invest in Facebook right now that your launch is over. Is that correct?
Well, I did a repeat launch last week, and I also did a very small, like 8-hour launch on Tuesday. I call it a launch, but just a promo. And I'm probably going to continue doing that periodically, maybe every 2 weeks or something, just a real quick, like 1 day type thing. I highly doubt that it would be necessary for you. I just tend to be anal about solidifying my space in the niche, and also hopefully at some point rocketing forward, jumping 2 spots instead of, I tend to be impatient, so I don't mind throwing money at That's something to try to force it to gain rank.
Yeah, I'm with you 100% on that. But Greg, does that answer your question?
Yeah, it's I'm putting our strategy down, and I've put on paper. I've drawn out the whole, basically the funnel process, and we're starting to build that. Because as soon as this product arrives, we review it, do whatever we need to modify it, and get it shipped onto Amazon. I'm ready to push the launch button and start cranking it. So I think ahead of time we're going to build up a following on Facebook to get some interest going, and then kind of like in your launch strategy, Brian, is you build up the kind of the momentum, and then you introduce the product. So that's our plan.
Cool. Well, that plan works every time.
We are definitely in this business for the long haul, so
Good.
A lot of opportunity here.
Who is we, Greg?
My wife is totally 100% into this, so we're both ex-corporate exec junkies, and so this is big business for us.
That's awesome. Are you full-time online, or are you still in the corporate world?
I am no longer in the corporate world. I left that zoo about 3 years ago, and I do real estate as well as online, and mainly online we do affiliate sites for Amazon.
I actually didn't know that. What do you do in real estate?
Full-time realtor, and I used to flip houses.
Okay, cool. Cool. I just bought 2 more houses. My whole, if you guys listen to my podcast or read any of the stuff I do on investing, my whole strategy is I make all my money on the internet, put all of it into real estate, and then I take the rents that I make from real estate and I put it into dividend-paying stock.
Yeah, I've listened to the podcast, so we're property investors as well, so we've got rent.
Cool. Sean, just for your reference, I bought 1 in North Olmsted, and I bought 1 in Barberton.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, both of them about $45,000 to $50,000 less than what they're worth on Zillow. It was
Awesome.
they were good finds. So deals out there still exist for those of you who look for places to invest. And if you don't want to do real estate, you invest in REITs. I friggin' love real estate investment trusts. They're publicly traded real estate companies that'll pay out dividends between 8 and 15%. So you get all the same benefits of owning real estate, but not all of them. You don't get the depreciation, you don't get the tax benefits. You get all the same income as if you were holding the real estate yourself. My favorite is AGNC, and my second favorite is NLY and TWO, are all publicly traded real estate investment companies that I just pump money in. And I'm also, my other stock pick that I'm really hot on right now is TGT, Target. It just got slaughtered in this year because of all the credit card stuff that happened. So their dividend is way up, which is the perfect time to buy, because they're a company that always increases their dividend. Their dividend's up, the price is down. I'm in. I want to buy as many of those as I possibly can. Ryan's investing lesson 101 for today.
Good info.
I actually think I get, right now I'm most excited about investing. Is what I'm get the most excited about right now. Anything else? We've hit everybody except for Catherine, who I can't tell if she can hear us or not.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we can? Okay, cool. Catherine, how can we help you?
Oh, I finished the design. I'm about to order my first infantry on Monday. And, yeah, it could be arrived a few weeks to the Amazon warehouse. But I've done all the work of design. I'm excited. The designing do a very good job.
What about product and shipping and ETAs and stuff like that?
The product I saw a logistic company, which is at a cost which is acceptable and it's quite good. And I visited. Actually, I visited these logistic company as well.
You visited the warehouse, you mean, right? You visited the manufacturer?
Yes, both
Cool.
on the same.
And when is it getting delivered to Amazon so you can start taking sales?
Oh, it's take 4 weeks. Yeah.
10 more weeks?
No, it's another 4 weeks.
4 weeks.
A month, about a month.
4 weeks. Okay, got it. Cool. So you're in the same boat as Greg and Anthony, where you're in that waiting area. So what can you be doing in that meantime? Building up a launch list, getting ready to take sales from day one.
Yes, that I should get myself prepared. I know to do the listing, the Facebook, and also to follow what Joe's is doing. But before the inventory arrived, I can only do listing and something like that.
Yeah, I mean, you can start building up a list like Sean and I did. I mean, they're different strategies. They both work. Sean and I just started building up a following, so we had somebody to launch to on day one. Joe just shortcutted the process and sent traffic to the giveaway. Either one works. They both accomplish the same thing.
Right. Yes, I will do that.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
What did I want to ask? Come back to me. Joe, have you dealt with any negative reviews yet? You can just give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Oh, or take your stuff off mute.
No, one or two. I have a couple 3, and frankly they're from idiots. They're people that need. What is it? You've seen my product. It's a very simple tool. And they need instructions, and they're disappointed that they didn't get the instructions.
Okay, got it. We've dealt with a tremendous amount of fraud in the last couple of weeks, and one-star reviews can really kill you. So if we have any news there on cleaning up all that, we'll let you know. But right now it's been a grind on fighting every single review that comes in. It's actually been really frustrating. The supplement industry is nasty sometimes. It is nasty. It's been really frustrating. Ungodly frustrating, actually. Pamela's getting tired of hearing me talk about her.
Making me feel good about my launch next week. I'm launching 2 supplements next week.
Okay. Well, this is the experience. You go way up because you've got the best reviews, and then all the people who are mad at you for having the best reviews start leaving negative reviews on you. Then you're like, shit. Now I got to fight all these reviews. Should have just stayed in my other niche. It can be very frustrating. Okay, anything else that we can help y'all with? One other thing I wanted to bring up. I don't remember what it was. Anything else we can help you guys with?
No, I think that's everything for now. It's just to hurry up and wait and get our launch sequence ready.
Okay. All right, cool. Well, and I guess we can end early today. We have dinner plans the night before the event. So there should be about between 40 and 50 of us. This is going to be a big dinner. So that'll be at 8 o'clock the night before the event. We also have the mastermind starting at 2 o'clock. You can come anytime your flight arrives. And we just have one more meeting before we all meet in person and all hang out. So I will see a lot of you in a couple of weeks.
Yep, looking forward to
Have a
it.
good weekend, guys.
Looking forward. Have a good weekend.
Yep.
All right, thanks, you too.
Enjoy Vancouver.
Yeah.